Healthcare has operations in biotechnology, medical devices and pharmaceuticals. Its controlling shareholder is Paladin Labs of Canada, itself now the target of a buyout offer. It has a market cap of 1.5 billion rand, price to earnings ratio of 12.5, currently pays no dividends. So here we are on Litha Healthcare. Yes. And if you had owned it, hopefully you sold it there.
Yeah, with the 2020 vision, that was definitely the time to sell it. But look, also an interesting operation. Litha, founded by the Kohanovitz brothers, Martin and Selwyn, they've done a nice job. They're also in the generics game, so they were also looking for opportunities, put a couple of things together. At some point, they had Blackstar involved as a backing shareholder. Blackstar sold their stake to a crowd called Pharmaplan out of, beg your pardon, not Pharmaplan, Paladin out of Canada.
Paladin out of Canada, who's now itself, as we said, the target of a buyout.
But let me get to that. So basically what happens is
I didn't mean to interrupt.
Paladin say, look, let's put our business called Pharmaplan, which is South Africa, also pharmaceuticals, into Litha in exchange for Litha shares. So then Paladin ends up with 67% of the shares in Litha. Round about where it hits its high is where Paladin's making noises about buying out all of the shares for cash. In other words, delisting the business. For some reason, one reason or another, they don't. At which point the share price goes back down again to its current level, which is around 3 Rand a share. Meanwhile, back in the States, Paladin, Canadian company, is itself about to be bought by an even bigger shark. Okay? So that's the situation as it stands at the moment. Endo Pharmaceuticals, a US-based pharma giant.
So what does that mean ultimately for your investment in Litha Healthcare if you are a shareholder?
Well, effectively what it means is that where historically your controlling shareholder partner with 70% roughly of the shares was Paladin, now it's going to be Endo, but I don't think it changes anything. As far as Endo is concerned, they probably are happy with the idea that, you know, Litha is doing what it's doing down here in the southern tip of Africa.
It's got quite a nice bias with government, Litha, as a result of a relationship that they have.
Exactly. They've got that relationship with a business called Biotech, which is planning to do vaccines and the manufacturing of vaccines for, you know, the state to pay for, which then go to all the kids, so they get, you know, polio vaccine and all the other things, hepatitis or whatever it is that kids get when they get their jabs when they're little. So that business looks good. Hasn't made a lot of money yet, it must be said. But
there's potential there.
Exactly.
Right. Does potential translate into hot or not for the stock?
You know, I don't really know. Previously, where we've discussed it on the show, we've said yes, that and all the existing stuff that they currently do does give it scale. And I suppose at some level also Endo, being a big, deep-pocketed global pharma company, may decide to go back to the idea of doing the buyout. So let's give it the hot.
You're giving it the hot again.